Hello, my beautiful friends. So what is a sun salutation? A sun salutation is a specific series of poses connected by breath. And you'll usually find this sequence in most hatha style yoga classes, usually at the beginning of class, to help warm up the body. And there are some variations from class to class, but the general structure of the sequence remains the same. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the first half of this video to work through the poses, look through the structure of the sequence, and then the second half of the video is going to be just flowing through some sun salutations so that if you want, you can just skip the first half and flow through. Maybe in the morning, sun salutations can be a wonderful way to wake the body up in the morning. I know some people who love to get their day started with sun salutations. But yeah, just as a reference guide so that you'll always kind of have that handy guide to look through if you ever want to add sun salutations to your practice, but you can't remember the exact sequence. So let's go ahead and get started. Let's look at our first pose. And it's our Tadasana, our mountain pose. And we are going to start and end here. So even though it looks like we're just standing, it's a fairly important pose. So starting to root down through the feet. So you're feeling that press down through the big toe side of the foot, the pinky toe side of the foot, both sides of the heels. And as you press down, you feel that energy coming up through the center of the foot. And that starts to climb up, activating through the legs as the tailbone grows heavy and the lower ribs start to hug you in, feeling that core engage. The shoulders soften down your back and you start to reach the fingertips down, almost like you're trying to touch the floor, but you still have that press up through the feet that comes all the way up the spine, out the crown of the head. And as you reach the crown of the head up, make sure that the chin doesn't start to jet up. We want the neck nice, long, and neutral. And this is our Tadasana, our mountain pose. From here, we're going to sweep the arms up, create a little bit more length through the sides of the body. And as you exhale, forward fold. So this is usually viewed as our second pose, our forward fold. Just softening the upper body down as we stay connected, rooted down through the feet, feeling the tailbone reach up towards the sky. Knees can be bent, or knees can be straight. Hands can be on a block or on the floor, whichever one feels best for you, but making sure you soften into the neck. Our next pose is a half lift, which we're going to bring the hands on the shins or the thighs in order to press the hands into the legs and the legs back into the hands. The knees can straighten but not lock out. And we're reaching the crown of the head forward and the tailbone back. And we're starting to get a nice long flat back. That's what we're looking for. And the shoulder blades don't pull together on your back, but they soften onto your back. So you get a nice open chest. But the lower, the core is still hugging you in. You're still staying active and that nice length. And then go ahead and release that back into your forward fold. Beautiful. From here, we're going to find our way back into our plank. So you can plant the hands down and step the feet back, either little steps or big steps, whichever one you feel best in. And then we're going to find our plank. And from your plank, you can have the knees up, or you can drop the knees down, whichever one feels best. But you're feeling engaged through the legs. You're still pressing down through the hands. The core is hugging you in, and that tailbone either reaches for the heels if the knees are lifted, or for the knees if the knees are down. So from here, we're going to find our chaturanga. And here's kind of where our two paths separate if you're doing a full out sun salutation or a modified sun salutation. So I'm going to show you the modified first since my knees are already down. For our chaturanga here, we're going to bend into the elbows, keep the elbows hugged in tight, and lower all the way to the ground, to the chest and the hips hitting at the same time if possible. And then from here, we're going to find our back bend. So we're going to find baby cobra. So our core is engaged. We're pressing down through the hips, through the legs. We're feeling the shoulder blades pull together. The elbows start to draw towards each other. And we're going to just lift the chest Get my hair out of the way so you can see. Lift the chest just an inch or two. And what usually happens here is the gaze starts to lift as well. But that's going to start to bend into the back of the neck, and we want to keep the back of the neck nice and long. And then we'll just soften it back down. From here, press into the hands, find your half plank. And then we'll tuck the toes, pike the hips up and back, downward facing dog. So let's go ahead and look at if we were doing a full out plank chaturanga up dog series. From here, we're going to find our high plank, knees are lifted, eyes at the elbows turned forward, pulling that core in, reaching the tailbone towards the back of the room. Bend into the elbows, don't lower all the way down. Press your heart forward and lift it up. Roll onto the tops of the feet as the heart reaches up and forward, up dog. And then pike the hips up and back, turning back over the toes, downward facing dog. Take a deep inhale here. And then we're just going to find our way back to our forward fold. So you can either walk the feet forward, you can take those big steps forward. Another transition is a lunge, another transition is a jump forward, but we're just walking the feet forward for this one. So again, we're in our forward fold, we're softening down. We're going to find another half lift. So the hands come onto the shins or the thighs. We're going to lengthen out the spine. Again, here the head has a tendency to look forward. That cranks into the back of the neck. Try to keep the gaze down. Lengthen through the spine, engage the core. And then we're finding our forward fold. From here, press down through the feet. Sweep the arms all the way up. And then hands come down beside you. Tadasana. And that is your full series sun salutation. Ooh, getting ahead of myself. So let's flow through some modified sun salutations. And we're going to start connecting the breath to the movements. So as you inhale, reach the arms up. As you exhale, fold forward. Inhale, half lift, flatten out that back. Exhale, fold forward, plant the hands, step the feet back. Find your low lunge, dropping the knees. Take a deep inhale here, and as you exhale, lower all the way down. Chaturanga. Inhale, lift the heart, baby cobra. Exhale, soften it back down. Inhale, push it back up, half plank. Tuck the toes, exhale, downward facing dog. And we're going to hold here for 5 slow breaths. So settling into your downward facing dog, slowing down, smoothing out your breaths. We'll take an inhale to prepare, an exhale to walk the feet forward, forward fold, an inhale to half lift, lengthen the spine, exhale, fold, inhale, sweep it up, exhale, mountain pose, and again, inhale, reach it up, exhale, fold, inhale, half lift, lengthen, exhale, plant the hands, find that half plank. Take a deep inhale, engaging the core. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, lift the heart, baby cobra. Exhale, soften. Find that half plank on the inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breathing here, 5 breaths. Take a deep inhale to prepare. Exhale, walk it forward, forward fold. Inhale, half lift, lengthen the spine. Exhale, fold in. Inhale, sweep it all the way back up. Exhale, mountain pose. Last time, just cueing the breath. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. 5 breaths here. Inhale to prepare. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Beautiful. So if you'd like to continue to modify, continue to modify. But here we go into the full outs if you want to join that. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, find that forward fold. Inhale, half lift, lengthen the spine. Exhale, fold. And we're going to step the right foot all the way to the back of the mat, finding a lunge. And then follow it with the left, finding our plank. Take a deep inhale here. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, scoop the heart forward and up, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. 5 breaths here. As you inhale, lift the right leg behind you. Exhale, step that foot up in between the hands. Take an inhale, reach the heart forward a little. Exhale, back foot follows, forward fold. Inhale, half lift, lengthen the spine. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep it all the way up. Exhale, mountain pose. And again, inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step the left foot back. Inhale, lift the heart, sink the hips. Exhale, step the right foot back. Inhale in your plank. Exhale in your chaturanga. Inhale to up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breathing here. Next inhale, lifts the left leg. Exhale, steps that foot up in between the hands. Inhale, soften the hips, lift the heart. Exhale, step it forward, forward fold. Inhale, half lift, lengthen. Exhale, fold back in. Inhale, sweep it all the way up to standing. And exhale, mountain pose. I hope you found this helpful. Thank you so much for practicing with me, inviting me in on your journey. Until we meet on our mats again, namaste.